Today, our specific album quest focuses on Group 181.
Ah, yes, the one they dramatically titled. The competition still has so far to go to catch up with Chris Rea, so yeah, expectations were set.
Definitely sets a tone. Our job is to quickly run through the arguments for and against the four very diverse contenders in that group.
A real musical grudge match, you could say. Old favorites versus new sounds.
Okay, so the contenders in Group 181 were Xzibit, with Weapons of Mass Destruction.
That aggressive hip-hop sound.
Then you had the Human League's very best of Total Change of Pace.
Foundational electropop, really.
Then Emeli Sandé, with her debut, Our Version of Events.
Huge modern pop soul album.
And finally, the man himself, Chris Rea, with the compilation, Still So Fair to Go.
The emotional anchor, as you said, so quite the lineup.
Right. Let's start with the knockouts. Who didn't make it? Xzibit came in fourth.
Yeah, Weapons of Mass Destruction. The source noted that sort of pop-like hip-hop structure.
And that signature bad attitude vocal style. You know, tracks like Ride or Die Muthafukkavert.
Definitely brings a certain energy. But the feeling was, well, the source said not bad, but ultimately last place. Maybe lacked the emotional depth compared to the others here.
Seems like it. Which brings us to third place, Human League.
Yeah, the very best of. And the source explicitly said this collection betters Weapons of Mass Destruction. So a clear step up.
It's described as charming electro-pop. Got the classics, obviously, like Don't You Want Me?
Of course. But they also mentioned rediscovering some almost forgotten mid-'80s tracks, like Mirror Man. Catchy stuff.
So definitely charming, but maybe just not quite strong enough to advance from this particular group.
Seems that way. Pleasant nostalgia, but maybe didn't hit as hard as the top two.
Okay, so that leaves our finalists, the two that advanced. Let's talk Emeli Sandé first. Second place with Our Version of Events.
Her debut, yeah. The source called it wonderful. Lots of beautiful melodies.
They drew comparisons to Adele, which makes sense, that powerful soul voice.
But with a key difference, right? The production. Very modern.
Exactly. Drum machines, synthesizers, a bit more polished maybe. And the vocals are described as more gospel-like.
Yeah, a slightly different flavor. Tracks like Next to Me and Heaven were highlighted. Definitely strong contenders. A serious challenge.
Absolutely. Which makes Chris Rea taking first place even more interesting, especially given the group's title.
Still so far to go. And the source didn't hold back praise here, called him a top-notch musician.
The compilation showed two sides, didn't it? The newer bluesy stuff.
Right. Musically very accomplished, but maybe a bit slower, less immediate, perhaps.
Compared to the older songs, the ones the source said hold a special place.
Yeah, like Road to Hell Part 2. Those brooding classics. That voice described as like a comforting old friend.
Okay, so that's the crucial point, isn't it? Why Rea over Sandé? She had the modern polish, the huge debut.
It seems it came down to history. That emotional connection. The reviewer mentioned listening to Rea for 25 years.
Wow, yeah. That's a long time.
Exactly. That feeling, that deep familiarity, like an old friend, that seems to be what tipped the scales. It wasn't just track versus track.
So it was Rea first, Sandé second. They both advance in the album quest.
That's the outcome for Group 181.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? This specific quest really highlights how subjective music ranking is. Familiarity, that long-term connection.
It trumped genre, it trumped modern production, it trumped maybe even arguably vocal pyrotechnics in this case. That 25-year history with Chris Rea was the deciding factor.
It really puts a spotlight on the power of nostalgia in how we rank music.
Which leads to a provocative thought, doesn't it? If that kind of deep-seated nostalgia, that decades-long listening history, can push an older compilation past a critically acclaimed modern debut, well, how many of your own beloved classic albums, the ones you think are untouchable, might actually rank lower than something brand new and brilliant, like Sandé's album, if you put them head-to-head in your own album quest?
That's a great question. Makes you reconsider your own sacred cows, musically speaking.
What really stands out to you when you compare the old favorites with the new discoveries? Something to think about.